Matikela, welcome to my YouTube channel. So let's talk about Ramsipile and what he has successfully done there. Guys, this, if kungaba commission, no one is going to be safe, you know? No one is going to be safe if kungaba commission. Ramsipile exposes corroboration operation in the statement process under fire in the Senzo Meyiwa trial. So in this video, that's what we are going to talk about. The Senzo Meyiwa trial has exploded once again after Advocate Ramsipile exposed what may become one of the most dangerous credibility problems facing the state. A witness admitted in court that Brigadier Gininda approached him and told him to corroborate what was already said without even showing him the original statement. Now, serious questions are emerging. Were witnesses independently voluntarily information, or was investigation trying to align narrative behind the scenes? Now, this courtroom exchange could become a major turning point in the trial. Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Now, let's get into this. You will remember that there was uMakhosonke, there was uZondo, there was uBabu Zungu, there was uGwabini. They said the same thing about that office of Baloyi. It cannot be a coincidence. So Judge Ratha needs to consider that. It cannot be that all four of them are saying the same thing. And Makhosonke no Gwabini, they know each other. And then Gwabini knows Zondo and who else? Babu Zungu. Yeah, they know Babu Zungu, but they said it happened in different times. Now, all four of them, they don't know General Sheban. They've never met General Sheban. And he says the same thing. I remember that day when he spoke about this, he says, if I, as a general, can come out of that office very angry like that, confused, hurt, all of those things that were happening at the same time to him, how much more it is for an ordinary South African. And that is exactly how Abanye Bantwana were feeling when they came out of there. Now, let's get into this. The Senzo Meyiwa trial has just entered extremely dangerous territory once again for the prosecution, because what sounded like a simple courtroom clarification has suddenly turned into a direct attack on the integrity of the investigation itself. And the problem for the state is this. The defense is no longer merely saying witnesses are unreliable. They are now building a narrative that the investigation may have been actively shaping evidence behind the scenes. And today, Advocate Ramsipile moved one step closer to proving it. Inside that courtroom, the witness was asked a very simple question. What were you told when you were approached to make a statement? The answer sounded harmless at first, but then came the line that completely changed the atmosphere in court. The witness says, he told me to corroborate what was said by Zungu. That word, corroborate, that is the word now hanging over this entire trial like a dark cloud, because in criminal law, corroboration is supposed to happen naturally. Independent witnesses, independent memories, independent evidence, not witness being approached years later with understanding that they must somehow support an existing version. And that is exactly what Ramsipile immediately zoomed in on. Notice how carefully he builds this cross-examination. That was the re-exam, by the way. He did not rush. He did not scream. He did not cause anybody he did not accuse anybody directly. Instead, he slowly dismantled the process piece by piece. Did they tell you the purpose of making the statement? No. Did they explain what exactly must be corroborated? No. Did they show you Zungu's statement before you made yours? No. Did they tell you that Zungu had allegedly placed a accused person at the hostel? No. That one was a sequence that was very devastating, because the defense is constructing a very specific picture, a picture of investigators approaching witnesses not to discover information, but to reinforce an already existing narrative. And suddenly, Brigadier Bongani Gininda's name is once again in the center of the storm. Brigadier Bongani Gininda, according to the testimony, Gininda approached the witness in October 2023 and requested a statement. But here is where things become dangerous for the state. The witness says he only later saw Zungu's statement publicly during court proceedings and television coverage. meaning the defense can now argue two things at the same time. Either the witness was genuinely independent or the investigators were seeking corroboration without fully disclosing the existing versions they were trying to support. And both possibilities create problems. But you know how baloyi nguphunyuka bamphethe kanjani, but I don't think in this situation they would be a phunyuka. There is a lot that came out. Because if investigators were gathering statements to strengthen a premeditated narrative, the defense can argue contamination. And the contamination is poison in a criminal trial, especially one already drowning in allegations of missing registers, contradictory confessions, missing AVLs, questionable statements taking, and procedural irregularities. Remember, this trial has already been haunted by accusations that evidence was shaped, witnesses were influenced, and timelines were reconstructed years later. Now, Ramsipili is feeding that exact theory directly into the court record. But here is the part that makes this even more explosive, the timing of it all. This statement was made in October 2023, years after the alleged events, years after arrest, years after public controversy, years after the state's version had already become heavily criticized. And that raises the question nobody inside that courtroom can avoid anymore. Why are critical statements only emerging years later? Because the longer the delay, the easier it becomes for the defense to argue memory contamination, retrospective alignment, or deliberate narrative reconstruction. And Ramsipilä knows exactly what he is doing. Sorry, he knows exactly what he is doing. He is no longer fighting witness by witness. He is attacking the architecture of the investigation itself. That is far more dangerous for the prosecution, because once a court begins questioning investigative integrity, everything becomes unstable. Every confession, every pointing out, every statement, every identification, everything. And notice something very important here. The witness never accused anyone directly of fabrication. That is what makes this powerful. The defense allowed the witness himself to calmly describe the process. No dramatic accusations, no shouting, no theatrics, just simple answers. I was told to corroborate. That lands harder than a dramatic courtroom fight ever could. Because now the concern is coming from the defense. Sorry, the concern is not coming from the defense. It is coming from the witness himself. He was not impressed with that. The witness now was not impressed. And suddenly the prosecution faces a nightmare scenario. If the court starts believing that the investigators were trying to align witnesses instead of independently collecting evidence, then the entire credibility foundation of this case starts shaking. That is why this moment matters. This was not just another procedural exchange. This was Ramsipilä quietly planting reasonable doubt into the core of the state's case investigating process. And if more witnesses begin describing similar experiences, which we already had 4, now Leshabane is number 5. Imagine if there are more people that are coming that are going to say the same thing. How is that going to look? The state could face a crisis far bigger than inconsistent testimony. It could face allegations that the investigation itself lost its independence. And once that happens, the courtroom battle changes completely, because this trial stops being only about who killed Senzo Meyiwa and starts becoming about whether the truth was ever investigated properly in the first place. Now, what are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? Do you think uRamza is playing here, or do you think uRamza is surgical there, making sure Uguti, I'm slitting those throats. I don't play with you, Geninda. I don't play with you. I don't play with you, Baloyi. I don't play with you, Siband. And uRamza is livid. These people tried to paint uRamsay as if uyisithithithi, into engayazi into eyenzayo, uyathithizela. And into engayazi into eyenzayo, yavela yaba ne-comeback, a dangerous kabi, a very dangerous comeback ke ngoku from uRamsipile. Bathini ke ngoku? Because the same Ramsipile they wanted people to undermine comes here and is destroying the state case bit by bit every day and is making sure he is leaving those stones untouched. Now, what is that going to do? What is that saying about them? What are your thoughts when it comes to this? I'll see you on our next video. Thank you so much. Do enjoy your day. Bye-bye.